I am an annuity fan. I know that some people may just have cringed a little bit, or maybe you're high-fiving me. And I think that they should be considered as part of every retirement tool. If someone's putting all your money in an annuity, they're not doing the right. I agree. That's 100% a no-no. When you think about safe and risk, you put 40 or 50% into what we consider a safe growth, and then we have 10 or 15% in medium, and then 20 to 30% in market growth, and then 10% in cash equivalents. So you got to figure out what do you put in the safe bucket. If you're retired and you don't have a safe bucket, then I would say, oh my gosh, we probably have more to talk about. But when we talk about the safe bucket, you have options. You have money market, you have bonds, you have maybe structured notes, and you have annuities. And when we say annuities, we're talking about fixed annuities, fixed index annuities. We're not talking about variable annuities. And the way an annuity works, you're putting your money into an insurance carrier, and they're saying, we're going to make a bunch of promises, and you're going to pay us for those promises. We're going to guarantee certain things, and you're going to pay for those guarantees. That is the nature of insurance. Just like, hey, if I die, they're going to pay term insurance to my wife. They made a promise that if something happens, they're going to guarantee something happens, and you pay a premium for that promise. I think most retirees will pay for the promise. So the way, generally speaking, a fixed index annuity works, you put your money in. No matter what happens, your principal is guaranteed. Your principal will not go backwards. That is the insurance carrier's promise. You put $100,000 in, it's never going to go to 90 unless you take money out, of course. And then what happens is that you can choose one of two options. You can say, I want the fixed rate. Well, all right, you get 4% a year. And it's just like a CD, right? They're just going to pay you 4%. The other is I want to take the index option where it says, listen, you can make up to 9% or 10% a year. If the S&P does 10, you get 10. If the S&P does 20, you get 10. But the S&P does negative 10, you get 0%. And that's the index option. So people are like, ooh, I kind of like that. I get a little bit upside, but I get no downside. That's what makes annuities so appealing to the retiree market. Now, people always then say, well, they don't have any access. You know what doesn't have access? Bonds. You don't have any access. You have to hold them till maturity, and you would have to sell at a discount a lot of times if the market doesn't cooperate. Almost all fixed index annuities and fixed annuities have 10% guaranteed access every year. So that means if you get $1 million in annuity, you can take $100,000 out for those unexpected expenses that he's trying to booga you with. You're like, when was the last time you spent $100,000 on anything, dude? Ever. It's a booga.